Double honors to our apostles and Elder Grant Stone the Ruel. Citation to the hopeful elect, scattered in the four corners of the earth, and all praises, glory, and honor be due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Yeah, man, without further ado, I want to go into a short lesson, all right, and that's going into very soon, all right, the MOTB is going to become mandatory, all right, because now we're in 2026, and we can see that the agenda to push Esau's desire, all right, which is to what? To pierce you with that MOTB, that charagma, aka the microchip, all right, and now is the high time to wake up out of sleep, and our salvation is nearer than when we believe, man, all right, our salvation is very near, all right. Now, this year is the apostles, deemed this year, the apostle Tahar deemed this year the year of basically sellouts, agents, and apostasies. All right, this is the time we're heading into, and you're gonna find a lot of camps, or a lot of these false prophets are gonna buck up against us. All right, because the Lord is about to turn up this place. The Lord is about to bring heavy judgment upon this place. All right, and the Lord said it. He said, He's gonna basically He's gonna put His words in our mouth. We're gonna go out and we're gonna preach His word, whether they were here or whether they forbear. All right, thus says Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, and a lot of people that are so much entertained by this doctrine, which is a doctrine basically for your life, man. This doctrine is basically whether it's before you, life or death. Those that desire eternal life will return to the Lord, man. They will put off the lifestyles and the philosophies and doctrine, all right, and the ways of life of the heathens, Esau, Edom, which is the wicked that rule the world. And these are the heathen nation that are joint ears with them that run the world of wickedness. All right, and we're called basically to be separate, man, to be Qadash, be holy. All right, unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, a lot of people they so into so much you find it more and more that the world is becoming more and more wicked, and people their hearts are set on this world continuing, but the Lord has said it that He's going to bring this the rulership of Esau, Edom, all right, to an end. All right, He's going to destroy this place. All right, so now is the time to get you right with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Now is not the time to fool around. All right, now let's get in a little bit to the video, and then we're going to touch on some scriptures.
Will definitely happen. I was talking about 6G earlier, which is around 2030. I would say that by then, definitely the smartphone as we...
And look at it. Their desire is that 2030 is that, which is 4 years from now, that they're going to be putting implants directly into our bodies. Now, come on, man. You mean to tell me that you're not, people are not seeing these things? Yeah, seeing, but what? They're not seeing. They're seeing, but they're not seeing. They're hearing, but they're not hearing. All right? Because what? The Lord had set up that angel in Isaiah chapter 6 to what? To block their minds that they wouldn't get this understanding. And it's talking about 2/3 of our people because they are marked for judgment. All right? Because we out there in the highways and the byways, and we're telling you what's coming. And we're telling you, turn to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai while there's still time, but they wouldn't hear. They don't desire to be saved. They want to continue in this abomination, in this world that is built on wickedness and philosophies and doctrine of devils. All right?
Know it today will not anymore be the usual, the most common interface. Wow. Many of these things will be built directly into our bodies.
Many of these things will be directly into our bodies, which is clear. All right, Revelation 13 and 16 is clear. All right, that charagma, that mark. In order for these telephone and these devices to work according to their plan, you have to be implanted with the charagma. All right.
And one of the important statements we've, I think, made at our most
earlier, which is around 2030, I would say that by then, definitely the smartphone as we know it today will not anymore be the usual, kind of the most common interface.
Wow.
Many of these things will be built directly into our bodies.
And one of the important statements we've, I think, made at our most recent developers conference is that we believe that one of the big advantages of augmented reality is actually solving problems here on Earth, and it will be things like having glasses and being able to translate as you speak with glasses, and those are very...
All right, so they're pushing that digital system, that Internet of Things, where everything will be backed by artificial intelligence. All right, and they're gonna plug you into that system, which you'll be governed by that artificial intelligence. All right. Now, as the apostle has said it, man. All right. You know that 90-something% of them who are gonna be chipped. All right, and just a small percent is gonna escape from this abomination that is about to take place in the earth. All right.
Holograms will be very, very high quality in the era of 6G. I've already seen 5G based hologram demonstrations. They already work, but then with the next generation technology, I mean, we could be having this meeting so that in reality we would be sitting in different parts of the world.
All right. Well, I've enjoyed seeing you for the last time I'll ever see you in person. I look forward to seeing you next Davos. Thank you very much to our amazing panelists for the wonderful conversation.
All right, and they roll it off so cool. All right, let's get some precept. All right. All right, this is Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 10. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, all my words that I spake unto thee, receive in thine heart and hear with thine ears. Verse 11, and go, get thee to them of the captivity, because today we're still in captivity under the rulership of Esau Edom, the so-called white man, the physical counterpart of Satan. All right, and all these Edom nations that are joined ears with them, that oppress us on to this very day. All right, it says, and go, get thee to them of the captivity, and unto the children of thy people, and speak unto them, and tell them, thus says Yahweh power, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. All right, whether they will hear or whether they forbear. All right, this is Romans chapter 3, and I'll begin at verse 3. It said, for what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh without effect? Verse 4, Yahweh forbid. Yea, let Yahweh be true, let the power be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou shouldest manifest, that thou mightest be slackened, that thou mightest be justified in thy saying, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. All right, because a lot of people, all right, they're gravitating to the belief that this thing is not coming to pass. All right, a lot of people are gravitating that, oh, this thing that is being set up, the mark of the beast that's being set up. I've had someone told me, which was is a close friend, you know, she said to me, you know, I basically sent a video to her, you know, and, you know, she's an elderly woman, you know, and I sent the video to her because she was inquiring about the mark of the beast. So I sent the video and the scripture behind it, and I explained to her what was it, you know, and she said, when you go to church, find out what is the mark, because, you know, the Seventh-day Adventists, they believe that the mark is 666. They have no understanding. That's why the Lord said, all these Israelites that still continue in the harlot house, in a congregation of the dead, they're going to be put to death. You know, I just cut her off right there and then. All right, cut her off right there and then. And that's why the Lord said it. All right, whether they were here or whether they were here or forbear, all right, this message is going out. All right, this message is going out. Let me get a quick precept again. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 1 says, I will stand upon my watch and will set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he shall say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, make it plain upon the table, that he may run that readeth it. All right, make this vision, the prophecies, clear. All right, make it clear. And that's what we're doing. We're telling you for years, starting with the Apostle Tahar, who've gotten, the Lord had given in the revelation of the MOTB, what the MOTB is. And we're seeing the manifestation of the scriptures coming alive, all right, when these things are manifested in the earth. You've seen the agenda of Esau Edom. All right, you just saw the conference where they're talking about by 2030 to have these devices implanted in your skin. And what scriptures talk about it? Let's get it. All right, let's get it. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. It says, and he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. Now, when you go into that mark, it says charagma, all right, which charagma represents what today that microchip, all right. You know, in the ancient days, they would use, all right, an instrument to basically to mark cattle or servants to show ownership. Today, they're using a microchip to basically to put it in you to show, all right, that they want to own you. They want to be like the Most High. They want to have the ability to choose whether you live or die. All right, the number that they give you, like today, you know, you're given what do you call social security numbers. You're given 10 numbers in here in Guyana. You're given 10 numbers. All right, and that's the way to recognize you. So with that MOTB, all right, that AKA the microchip, is gonna have what, a unique number which recognizes you, and then the basically they got cyanide, poison, all those things inside of it, and they also are gonna have what, your informations, and also the chip which goes back to the manufacturer that manufactured it. All right, and they're gonna insert it into you. Now, when you go into the root word of charagma, it goes into what, a palisade. Now, in the ancient days, all right, they would sharpen metal, the tip of the metal, or they would sharpen wood, and they would set it up as a piercing weapon to pierce the enemy when they come in. All right. Likewise, today, the syringe is used in that fashion, where the charagma or the MOTB is placed in it and pierced onto the skin. All right. Now, going on more, it says, Revelation 13 and 16, and that he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. All right. And today we're seeing Neuralink. All right, the mass production that they're using to implant microchip into the brain. All right, to give sight. All right, basically to merge man and machine. All right, and we're seeing that now the technology is increasing very rapidly. All right, rapidly. All right, there's things are speeding up. Verse 17, that no man might buy or sell save he had that mark. All right, because the system that they're about to set up, all right, that digital system, all right, which is backed by the RFID chip, which will be implanted into you. All right, if you don't have that MOTB, you're not going to be able to do buy or sell or to transact any business, or basically for any medical purposes that they want to set up. All right, because they're going to put it in such a way that you will need that to continue in society. Now, we understand clearly that the Lord said it, man. All right, when Esau is about to think that he has accomplished all that he has desired, guess what? The Lord is going to rain that fire. All right, that nuclear missile. and the laser beam that come out of the chariot, and it's going to destroy his habitation. Now, there's going to be a period of time before Babylon, America is destroyed with terminal nuclear fire, whereas, we're going to be hunted. All right, we're going to be hunted. All right, some of us, Lord's willing, be a part of the elect. We're going to be hunted. You're going to be beheaded. Which is an honor to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because the Lord had pleasure in the death of his saints, meaning that those that stand against this system, you Israelites, all right, prophet of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, those that fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai, which represents the elect today, all right, that lay down their lives for the truth. Guess what? The Lord, all right, he's rejoicing, just like Stephen or Stephen, just like him that stood up for righteousness' sake, man. He was great, and the Lord gave him a standing applause when you read the book of Acts. All right, how much more in these times where we stand for righteousness, man. All right, let me just bump across to 14. All right, Revelation 14:9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hands, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the power, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone, and in the presence of his holy angels, and in the presence of the Lamb. All right, you're going to be tormented. You're going to have grievous sores. All right, and then you're going to be plagued, man, with diseases. All right, and eventually, guess what? The terminal nuclear fire, and with the laser beams that come out of the chariot. All right. Now this